you on my turn to come.
No problem. Take your time. We have already decided to write, mashallah, as is done, and that, and after my introduction, as we'll say it, you have ample time. I think it's you join us anyway. We are still waiting for Imam Hamad. It's up. Normally he does come in time, so if he comes, then it will be nice of him coming down. But anyway, I have got the green signal for the recording itself. So I will start the introduction. Time right now at 7:15. And Halqa will land at 8:15 tonight. It's going to be a 1 hour Halqa itself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Today is Saturday, the 16th of Rabiul Sani, 1446, the 19th of October, 2024. With the permission of all, I have the honor and privilege to introduce today's Halqa number 1671, mashallah. We are blessed to have tonight, mashallah. He's appearing for the fourth time. He's the son of Imam Hamad Shibli, the founder of this halqa, mashallah. Brother Hamad is going to talk about Khalifa Umar bin Abdul Aziz itself, raziyallahu anhu. So I think he's still driving, and mashallah, I think you take care of yourself in driving, Brother Hamad, and you can join us whenever you can. So Jazakallah khair for coming to our halqa. May Allah bless you. And I want to remind to you that you are a sadqa jari of your parents, mashallah. May Allah bless you again. Then we have our recited, our Quran session is number 1043. It was started by Imam Hamad Shibli itself many years ago, mashallah. And with a very short request, we are blessed to have tonight Brother Sharik Siddiqui itself. Brother Sharik Siddiqui is a brother-in-law of Talal. Everybody knows Talal. And mashallah, he is from Sugarland area in Texas. And he's joining from Texas right now as we speak. And he is appearing for the sixth time. My record shows he's appearing for the sixth time. And he is going to recite tonight Surah number 2, Al-Baqarah itself, ayah number 83 to 86. Jazakallah khair. Brother Sharik, coming to our halqa, may Allah bless you and your parents. Then we are also expecting Imam Hamad Shibli itself when he is available. And I think he's a busy person. With all the preoccupation that he has in Islamic Society of Central Jersey, he still make room for us. May Allah bless him. And also, I will seek dua for Imam Hamad Shibli, who is still in Lebanon, and make dua for his safe arrival in the United States itself. May Allah bless him, give him health and security in that area, mashallah. And then we go to also we are missing Imam Jamal too. I don't know, he should be busy again. So I applaud all the Shibli brothers who come to his halqa, and with their participation, we have got this number that I told you in the beginning portion of that. I think that will do it. I think as regard the timeline goes, we have a 20-minute time slot for the Quran session, and 40-minute time slot is for the speaker tonight. And I'll request Brother Sharik to go ahead, please. Fadal.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ أخذنا ميثاق بني إسرائيل لا تعبدون إلا الله وبالوالدين إحسانا وذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وقولوا للناس حسنا وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة ثم توليتم إلا قليلا منكم وأنتم معرضون وإذ أخذنا ميثاقكم لا تسفكون دماءكم ولا تخرجون أنفسكم ولا تخرجون أنفسكم من دياركم ثم أقررتم وأنتم تشهدون ثم أنتم هؤلاء تقتلون أنفسكم وتخرجون فريقا منكم من ديارهم تظاهرون عليهم بالإثم والعدوان وإن يأتوكم أسارى تفادوهم وهو محرم عليكم إخراجهم أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض فما جزاء من يفعل ذلك منكم إلا خزي في الحياة الدنيا ويوم القيامة يردون إلى أشد العذاب وما الله بغافل عما تعملون أولئك الذين اشتروا الحياة الدنيا بالآخرة فلا يخفف عنهم العذاب ولا هم ينصرون صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah khair, uh, Brother Sharik, for a beautiful recitation that you did, and may Allah reward you. And again, all the Halqa members do appreciate your presence tonight on a very short notice. And now, I think we have Brother Hamid itself. Is Brother Hamid there, please? I hope he's.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So Imam Shibli is not going to be here today?
No, I don't see him here today. MashaAllah, I think he's not here. So I think you are the.
Give me just a couple minutes, please. I'm going to find a parking spot. I'm on the highway.
No problem. No problem.
Inshallah,
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. I want to thank everybody who comes to the Halqa, Ishraka, Aziza, and especially Brother Ismail from Global Dawah Network, and mashallah Haj Rams too, and also my son Irfan Masjid, mashallah, he always cooperates with us as regard the recording goes. Then we have Khadija Rahman too. Thank you so much for coming to Halqa. Mariam Saray too, mashallah. Thank you so much for coming to Halqa. Sana Savage also, thank you so much for coming to Halqa. And of course, I don't have any words. I cannot thank Sandra Khalid, mashallah. I think her participation in Halqa from day one itself. And I think Sandra is the oldest audience that we have. That when we started the Halqa, I remember in March of 2020 itself, when we started the Halqa, she was one of the very first one, mashallah, coming on. And well, bless you, Sister Sandra, for your participation in Halqa. Well, bless you. All the best for you, mashallah. All the Halqa pray for you. And
Jazakallah khair, Brother Abdul Majid.
Jazakallah khair, Sandra. May Allah bless you again. So I think we have Brother Hamid situated. I think he was want to have a parking spot somewhere. He can situate himself, and then he will start the Halqa itself. And his topic tonight is going to be, I told in the beginning portion of that, is Khalifa Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, Raziyallahu anhu. The only thing I remember about him is he was he has his Khilafah for a very short time, but he was only 39 years old when he died, so mashallah. I think he will reflect, Brother Hamid will be more than happy to reflect on his legacy over here. So if I think I'm still waiting for his green signal, and Mr. Hamid coming on, and we can start the speaker session.
Abdul Majid, just 2 miles. I'm on the turnpike, New Jersey Turnpike. And
Okay.
closing it to me is 3 miles, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen.
So you take like 5-10 minutes or?
Before that, I'm doing, inshallah, Rabbil, within 2 minutes, I should be ready. I can start, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Yeah, go ahead.
Forgive me if I make any mistake while I'm driving.
No, it's all right. Don't.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. MashaAllah, it looked like you have some idea of my subject already,
Yes.
more than what I gather.
Yes.
Jazakallah khair.
I went to the internet and found out so many beautiful things about this guy.
Inshallah,
MashaAllah.
correct me if I'll do any mistake, inshallah. Rabbil
No,
Alameen.
you will be okay. Don't worry about me.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam ajma'in. Allahumma rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Continue with our subject from last week when I spoke about the 4 Khulafa, the Khilaf al-Rashida, the 5 Khulafa, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, and Hassan ibn Ali radiyallahu anhum ajma'in. The Khulafa, the special Khulafa who came after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam have blessed their time by saying there will be a 30 year of Khilafah after me, and after that will become Mulkun Adud. So those 5 Khulafa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their time was blessed by fair judgment between people. There was blessed by futuhat all over the world at that time. And then Umar ibn al-Khattab, one of the story I mentioned last week, it was short. I can repeat it again this time. When he was one night walking in the Medina al-Munawwara, and he was trying to check on the people to make sure people are safe, make sure people, they already have the food they need, make sure there's no homeless people sleeping on the street. He heard 2 ladies talking inside their house, a mother asking her daughter to add water to the milk. So Umar al-Khattab, he gave his attention to listen to see what the story is going to be. The young lady told her mom, I cannot do it. Umar al-Khattab ordered us not to do it. And I will not do it even if Umar is watching, I will not do it because this is haram. I don't want to cheat people with, give them milk that mixed with water. So the mother told her, but Umar cannot see you. She said, but the Rabbu Umar, Ilahu Umar, the Lord of Umar, he can see me. So Umar al-Khattab, when he heard the story, he put in the morning, he sent one of his servants, asked him to go and find what's the story behind this lady. And he found that she's a young woman who is single, she's not married, and she's an orphan, her dad is death. So he asked her if she wants to get married. She said, yes, why not? So he gathered his kids, his sons, Umar al-Khattab, he gathered his sons, and he asked them, which one of you is willing to get married? One of Umar ibn al-Khattab son, he said, I want to get married. So Umar al-Khattab, he gave the blessing for his son and this young woman to get married. From the daughters or the daughter of Umar ibn al-Khattab's son, his son, so Umar al-Khattab was the grandfather of this young woman. She got married to Abdul Aziz. Abdul Aziz is the brothers of the father of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. So technically, Umar ibn Khattab, it become his grandfather. So Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, his nasl came directly from Umar ibn al-Khattab. He was the grandson daughter of Umar ibn al-Khattab. Abdul Aziz's father, he was the governor of Medina, and he was the governor of Egypt at that time. His uncle was the Khalifa, And Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he got the opportunity, the chance to live he was born, raised in Medina al-Munawwara. So he get most of his education, his beginning education from the Medina al-Munawwara. Then his father took him to Egypt, where he was a governor over there. One of the stories happened when Umar ibn Abdul Aziz was a young boy. He came to Salah, one of the Salah, he came to the Masjid late. So his father, Abdul Aziz, asked him, "Why you are late? Why are you coming late to the Masjid?" Umar responded, "I was brushing my hair. I was brushing my hair. I was fixing my hair." So right away, his father asked the barber to shave his head. He said, "If your hair making you late for prayers, then the good thing to fix this problem is to shave your head, so you will never come late to the prayer, inshallah." So he grew up in a house. His father, from day one, wanted him to be a good mu'min, a good Muslim. He teach him the hard way how to respect the salah and coming to salah on time. After that, after they moved to Egypt, his father passed away. His uncle, he was the Khalifa, Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, bring him back to Damascus, where the Khilafah was, to Sham, Bilad al-Sham, where Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he was raised under his uncle, the Khalifa, in his uncle house. He get the opportunity there to continue his studies of Islam study. He get the opportunity to continue learning al-Khilafah wal-Hukum, how to be a good politics, how to be a good governors. And after that, he get the opportunity to move back to Medina al-Munawwara to finish the education. And his uncle give him a position of being the governor of the Medina al-Munawwara. And Ahlul Medina, they usually used to say, most of the ulama said that Ahlul Medina said, we never had any blessed or fair Khalifa like Umar ibn Abdul Aziz at that time. He was the Khalifa in Medina al-Munawwara for a couple years. And then his uncle, Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, passed away with the Khalifa. His son became the Khalifa after that. So they took Umar ibn al-Khattab. They took him from Medina al-Munawwara. They bring him back to Damascus, where he's not the governor in Medina al-Munawwara anymore. And then at that time, he was very close friend with his cousin. At the Khilafah at that time, he used to move from one father to son. But because Umar ibn al-Khattab, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he was a very close person to his cousin, which is he wasn't in the trees of the Khilafah. The Khilafah wasn't going to come to his side because his uncle have kids and the kids have kids too, have gender after another. But he was very close to his cousin, and his cousin saw him a very fair person, a very good person who have iman, and he like al-akhirah more than he like dunya, and he was a person who always stand with haqq. So at the time of his death, he asked people around him, who should I leave a Khalifa after me? Who should take the Khilafah after me? Most of the people, they want him to give it to his son. As the Khilafah goes, at that time, as Mamlaka goes, one father to another. Only one person, he told him, I think Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he will be the right Khalifa after you. So his cousin, made a rule that, inshallah, the Khilafah after me will go to Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. And that's something Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he was not expecting at all. He did not want to be in the Khilafah, just like his grandfather Umar ibn Khattab, just like Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. They used to run away from taking this responsibility and becoming Khalifa. But it came to him. He didn't ask for the Khilafah came to him. After his cousin passed away, he became the Khalifa. And when they told him the news, he was so shocked. He didn't like it. He doesn't want to do it. But that responsibility already came on his back. He cannot just let it go. So he gathered the people in the Masjid, Ahlul Sham at that time, and he stood up in the minbar. He told them, I am a Khalifa and I'm quitting. I don't want to be the Khalifa. I will resign and I want you to pick a new Khalifa for yourself. This Khilafah came to me, but I resigned from it and I want you to pick a new Khalifa for the Muslimin. The Muslimin at that time, they said, no, you are our Khalifa. We all vote to keep you in the Khilafah. So now we know that the Khilafah came to him from the people, just like the Khilafah came to Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali. It came to Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. It's the same way. It wasn't coming from his father or his family side as a kingdom goes. So the first thing he did right away, he started looking at the financial side of the Khilafah at that time in his family. As I said, he came from family which is all Khalifa, all kings, all are princes, and that they used to be very rich, super rich, from the money of the that come from the Khilafah. So he starts from his cousin, even his wife. I'm sorry, I forget to mention this earlier. His wife was the daughter of his uncle, which is the Khalifa, and the Arab used to say at that time she is the most the woman with the best background, family background, because she was the daughter of a Khalifa and the sister of a Khalifa and the wife of a Khalifa. So she was a very rich woman, but he started from his house. He came to his wife and told her, listen, I am the Khalifa today. I cannot be rich anymore. All the money we have, it have to go to Bayt Mal al-Muslimin. If you like to stay with me, you are so welcome. If not, take your money and go on your way. She said, no, I prefer to stay with you, Umar. Uh, he did the same thing for his cousin, which is they didn't like it. He did for the same thing for all the people who was in control in the government of Islam at that time. He told them, if you are part of the government, you have to give up the money you collect from not your money, the money that you collect in a wrong way. That all have to go to Bayt Mal al-Muslimin. So this is how he started his Khilafah, by fixing the financial side, the corruption that was in the Khilafah al-Islamiyah at that time. And he wanted to follow his grandfather Umar ibn al-Khattab rules. They said he was very ashbah nas by his grandfather. Even his grandfather Umar al-Khattab, he had a ru'ya. When Umar ibn al-Khattab was alive, he saw a dream that one of his grandson get a scarf in his face, and he will fill the earth with adl. He will fill the earth with fair judgment. And those people, they usually used to say at that time, they said, from Umar's generation, from Umar's sons will come another person like Umar who will fill the earth again with fair judge, inshallah. And Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, when he was a young boy, he get hit by a horse. He fell off the horse and he get hit on his face with a scarf. So his father said, I'm afraid you are the dream of your grandfather Umar ibn al-Khattab. So Umar followed the same step of Umar. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he followed the steps of his grandfather Umar ibn al-Khattab, by being fair with the people around him, by only giving the positions in the government around him, not by relative, by the people who deserve it. He lived all his life so fair that at his time they say the الذئب والخراف, they used to walk together. They said one of the ra'i, he saw the fox and the sheep, they were walking together because the earth at that time was full with fear, walhamdulillah rabbil alameen. In the end of his life, sorry, I'm making my khutbahs, my dad is short. In the end of his life, he get killed by one of his servants, the person who used to serve him. He made the decision and kill him. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he didn't die right away. He get a chance to talk to him. He said, "Why did you do this? Why you decide to kill me?" He said, "Your cousin paid me maybe 1,000 dirham at that time, and my freedom. They will give me my freedom if I'll kill you." So Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he told him, "The money will go back to Bayt Man al-Mu'mineen, and you are free to go. Don't let anyone know about you, so they don't kill you." So the ulama, after that, after his story, his fair story, the way he judged the Muslimin, the way he was able to control the Khilafah, they said he is the fifth Khalifa, he is the sixth Khalifa after Abu Bakr, or Umar, or Uthman, or Ali, because he was following their steps. He was the right leader to lead the Ummah of Islam at that time. As we are at our time, at this time, we always look for Khalifa, for Imam, for a leader like Umar ibn Khattab and like Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. Sorry for my short dars today. All the information I gathered, I want to talk about it at home. I'm on the road, as you see, in my car. And forgive me again, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. And inshallah, next time I will be more prepared to deliver more information for you, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. And maybe Brother Abdul Majid have more story to tell you, where he can continue my message, inshallah, Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair. Looks like you have very good memory that you can recall your lecture was supposed to give it at home, reading from your notes. But I think you took the advantage of your memory itself, and Allah help you in doing that. But I also just want to add on to this thing that he didn't want to become Khalifa, and your father always talk about. I never knew his name, Imam Muhammad. He's a very big fan of Umar Abdul Aziz itself, and for a reason itself, because he was a very selfless person. He was not going with the tradition that Khalafiyat and Malukiyat and other stuff. He was very outspoken in that direction itself, and some of the people didn't like it. And also his selections were when it was done, people were against that because they knew that their wealth is at stake, because they became wealthy. I mean, they used to be kings and khalifas and other stuff, like they have a statutory stuff. But I think the thing that really inspired me, and I want to just highlight that, is the wife that he ended up marrying from a very wealthy family, of course, a Khalifa family itself, mashallah. And he told her, whatever you have, that just bring your money and then give it to Baitul Mal or give to the people. It's not your money. It's people's money. When you tell this kind of thing, even in this society right now, in 2024, people don't believe it. They have money, but they don't want to just do whatever we are supposed to do, being a Muslim itself. They try to hold on to that. But Brother Hamad, there will be an accountability somewhere along the line. When they go up over there, Allah will hold accountable each and every virtue that we did, each and everything that we did against Islam. Our action will be there. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah give us our book in our right hand, and Allah keep us the same direction that everybody is going, especially in the United States itself. We have everything at our disposal, but we should just follow the example of Umar Abdul Aziz itself, having everything, but he wanted to give everything to the people who actually deserve that money. So I think I really don't have anything.
I remember a short story with his kids. Two stories.
Okay.
One of them he saw at the Eid time. He was the Khalifa, and the Eid time he saw this is our tradition at Eid. We buy new clothes for our kids. He saw his kids walking with the clothes that's not neat, not new. He cried, and he said, he told his kids, I am sorry that I put you in this position. I can get you clothes. I am the Khalifa now. I can order and get you the most expensive clothes, but I prefer you to have good clothes in the Jannah, inshallah. I don't want you to wear clothes that's coming from haram. When he passed away, they asked him, before he passed away, they asked him, what you left for your kids? He said, I left nothing, no money for them. They said, why? You shouldn't leave your kids poor. You shouldn't die and your kids poor. He said, if I leave them money, and if they are not salihin, not fusaq wal billah, they're going to use this money against me. They will use it in a haram way, and I'll be paying for it. But if they are mu'mineen, if they are good men, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them money. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allahu yatawalla al-mu'mineen. So if they're good, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them. And the people after Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, they swear by Allah, they said, Wallahi, we saw the son of Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, who left for his kids with millions and millions of money at that time, were seeking, asking money from the kids of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, who left his kids with no money at all. So at-taqwa, al-iman, to leave to our kids is more important than leaving them with haram or halal money if they don't know how to use it after us. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Also, I want to add on to his thing started from 682 all the way up to 720. I think that amounts to whatever years. He was very renowned Umayyad Caliph and Islamic leader, and he ruled from 717 to 720, and is often referred as the fifth rightly guided Khalifa. You very well pointed out that number. And his key achievement was justice and equality, Islamic governance itself, economic reforms, education and knowledge, and compassion and humility itself. So if I can add on to, you were supposed to, the legacy itself, in Abdulaziz's short but impactful reign earned him a special place in Islamic history itself. And his commitment to justice, equality, and Islamic values has inspired generations. And I think I have a quote of him too, that the strongest of the people are those who control their anger. The second quote that he had, that do not consider any good deed insignificant. It's really a very good, quotes that he. And then his historical accounts, Ibn Hasham, Siratul Rasul Allah, and all these things that he inspired, and Ibn Kasir too, by the same token. The all thing, we should try to learn a lesson from his legacy itself, that leadership with integrity and compassion. Second one can be the importance of justice and equality. And the third one, the value of humility and simplicity. And the fourth one is the promotion of knowledge and education and commitment to Islamic values. So I think that's what I think you already covered that topic also. But next time when we just at home, maybe we can visit this again, and you can be our speaker in that direction itself. So I know you are driving right now, and I don't want to give you the thing. Can you do the dua? And you do a good dua. So I want to just pass on the mic to you if you can do that, and then we can close the session. Jazakallah khair.
Inshallah Rabbil Alameen. And I'm on safar, so I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept more dua safar than the people who are sitting home. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ربنا اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت إنك تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك تباركت ربنا وتعاليك. اللهم رب اغفر لي ذنبي ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب اغفر لي ولوالدي رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. اللهم انصر أهلنا في غزة وفي لبنان يا رب العالمين. اللهم فك الظلم عنهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصر من نصرهم واخذل من خذلهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف يا رب العالمين. اللهم نسألك نصرا ولطفا من عندك يا رب العالمين. رب اغفر لي ذنبي ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah. I also, Brother Iqbal just joined it to see you, how you present your thing. And I think your session tonight and also the previous session, the credit goes to Brother Iqbal itself. He told me about you that, you can deliver. So that's why I think you're coming for the fourth time in this halqa, and all the halqa members do appreciate your knowledge, sharing your wisdom, which I think you got from your father, mashallah, and your sadqa jari of your father, mashallah. And I want to thank you and our brother Iqbal too by the same token. So we can close this.
Thank you all for giving me this opportunity. And
No,
I am sorry for the short lecture.
Jazakallah
Inshallah, my next time will be better. Inshallah.
Jazakallah khair. So we can close the session, Surah Al-Asr. If we can do that, that will be nice of you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات تواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, thank you everybody. MashaAllah, I think coming to our halqa itself is a short one, but it was very informative itself. All the halqa members need all the praise and their dedication towards this halqa. May Allah continue this halqa for much longer time, but it is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that will end our session. And for your information itself, for Monday itself, the time will be changing to 7 o'clock. So instead of 7:15, it will be 7 o'clock, 7 to 8. Starting on Monday, the 21st of October. And that will close the session itself. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you guys tomorrow, inshallah.